If you own a property and have a second mortgage on it, and if you want to keep this property and get rid of the second loan, attorney Shah Peerally can help. Call 510-742-5887. Due to the uncertain economy, many people have settled their debts for a fraction of its value. It's recommended to use an experienced lawyer to deal with it. Shah Peerally is an experienced debt settlement attorney and has handled hundreds of such cases successfully. There are no upfront fees for debt settlement. Only when you win, you pay. Call Shah Peerally, attorney at law, at 510-742-5887 or visit yourdebtsettlementattorney.com for a free assessment. This is just an advertisement. No attorney-client relationship is established by this ad. The law does not guarantee success. Call 510-742-5887.
And now, from the San Francisco Bay Area studios, KLOK proudly presents to you the prominent attorney Shah Peerally for the Shah Peerally Law Show, coming at you with over 50,000 watts of power. The Shah Peerally Law Show, where all your views matter.
Hello everybody. Assalamu alaikum, sastikal, namaskar to all the listeners. This is attorney Shah Peerally for the first show of the year, January 4th, 2018. And of course we have a lot to talk about, and we are going to try our best to cover all the topics. But before I start, everything I'm telling you today is my opinion. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. The number to our office is 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. And today I have my good friend Franco with me on the board. Thank you, Franco, and again, Happy New Year. Welcome back. And this year we're going to start with some really kind of disturbing news, of course, with what happened. First of all, I know a lot of people felt the earthquake yesterday, so I hope everybody's all right. I didn't check if there was any damages, but it was a pretty big one, so we saw it in Berkeley. I think it was up to 4.7 or 4.9, if I'm not mistaken, or 4.5. They always downgrade them. So let's see. Hopefully this is not going to be the trend. And stay safe there, and know you basically always have a survival kit. It's important to have it in California. Okay, just that as let us go into the big question of the day. Before I take callers today, Franco, I want people to be patient because this is an important topic that we are dealing with today, the I-140 issue that a lot of people, I posted a video 2 days ago, and of course a lot of people it went almost viral, and unfortunately or fortunately, because the news in there is not great, because my analysis of it is the I-140 extension beyond 6 years. How does what will happen next, and what can happen based on the existing language of the AC-21. And unfortunately what we are seeing here is we are seeing that the extension beyond 6 years have those words may grant, okay, and some places it has shall grant, and some places you will see if it is just to read the language, a 6-year extension may be granted, a 3-year extension based on a 6-year after a 6-year may be granted if there's an I-140 approved, and a 1-year extension shall be granted. But the problem is that the way the language is written, and if you look at different memos, it's kind of confusing. And what happens next is it seems like the administration is trying to use that word may grant to decide if they want to grant the extension of I-140s or not. And that's the part which is scary. Plus, there is a bill which is kind of pending also, trying to cut this off. I don't know how much. I don't know how much this is going to work, but unfortunately, it is already creating a lot of panic, and it will create more panic. So what happens next now is an analysis of the situation. A further analysis I will make on that. But I had someone very nice who did a very good analysis, actually, another lawyer who sent me some very good case law, which basically says that the courts will always side pretty much in most of the cases with the way the statute is being construed. So, which is a good news for us. So, fighting this will make things a little bit more easier. But it will go with the intent of the Congress, and there are some main case law that this person cited, and I wanted to thank him for sending me all those cases. But at the end of the day, the fight will go on, and people should not just give up and move on and just say, okay, it's accepted. You should fight it, because if you don't fight it, years and years of your life will be lost. So I recommend people not just to this time to capitulate and accept things the way it is. They have to fight it. And but so far they have not really used it, because it seems like they are not really finding the easy way to do it. And we will see. We have to wait and see. It's too early to panic, really, but we know it's coming. This is something that they are planning to do, but how are they going to do it? Are they going to wait for a legislation or an executive order, or they will just come back and use the same language and try to attack the extension beyond 6 years based on the I-140 and AC-21, American 21st Century Act? I have a very good video that I put in there on this analysis, and that's the video I was talking about, and it's on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Shah Peerally Law, youtube.com/Shah Peerally Law. Please check it and share it, and let's see how things unfold. I will do an update on that, on the ways that it might be possible to fight this if it comes up. And now let me take some callers, Franco, and then we'll move on. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi, thanks for taking my call. So I have a couple of questions. The first question is, like, my wife is currently in India. I mean, she traveled in December to India, and she had an approved visa till September 2018. So she's planning to stay till June of this year. So I'm planning to send her for visa stamping in January end. So if it gets denied, will the approved visa, which is already there on the passport, will it be valid or it will be invalid?
Okay, let me get it right. Your wife is going to get a stamping or traveling outside? I didn't hear you. You have an echo on your phone.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So actually, she already traveled to India. She's in India right now, and she has a valid visa on her passport till September 2018.
Okay. So what kind of visa she has?
H4, dependent H4, yeah. Okay. So the thing is, like, she's going to stay like close to the month of June of this year, and she's not going to have 6 months on her passport because it's expiring on September. So that's the reason I'm planning to send her for visa stamping, which I have an extension I-797 till 2020. So I'm planning to send her for visa stamping in January. So I'm thinking if it gets rejected or like RFE, so whether she can travel on the old, whichever is already approved.
Yeah, but why you send? She has till 2018. The existing one is, what till what time? 2018.
September.
Yeah, I doubt they will give her another one right now. So it's not a good idea to send her right now.
Okay.
They might not give it to her, and it will create more issues. So if I were you, I'll let her just come back here. The stamping for H4, by the way, is not difficult to get. You can always send her maybe to Mexico, to Canada to get it later. Don't send her right now because it's too early. They might not give it. Plus, they will question the first one. So I don't recommend trying to deal with the State Department when you don't have to do it. So if you want to do it, you can give it a shot. But I highly recommend. I highly recommend that you don't do it. Okay.
Yeah, the reason why I'm planning to send her is because my baby boy was born here, and he traveled to India, and he cannot stay more than 6 months. So the reason is, like, he has to return back in June. The reason is, if she goes in the later stage in her stay, and if she gets denied, even the baby cannot come here, and she will also get blocked. So I want to handle the situation.
Before you go, if you want, give me a call. We can analyze in detail for you. But I don't recommend people to deal with them unless it's necessary. So you can call me, and we can do an analysis specific for you. 510-742-5887. But think well before you do that. You don't want to send her there right now with all the things going on. Okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
One question.
Let me take. I have a lot of callers, so let me take another caller. Just give me a call. We'll talk. This is okay. So this is Shah Peerally. You're live on air. Let me take another call.
My name is Shruti, and I am calling regarding the H4 EAD renewal. I have been waiting for almost 110 days now, and I don't know what to do and what to expect.
So you already filed the renewal?
Yeah, my receipt number is September 15th, and I have been waiting, and there is no update on it.
Did you call the USCIS?
I raised a service request, and then I sent an email to the California Center, the one that says on the website, and they said that I might get a response by January 2nd, but I didn't get. I don't hear anything.
We're starting to get a lot of response now. It seems like they want to go slow in the holiday time. So just watch for the next 2 weeks. If you don't get anything, then you can give me a call, or you can call the senator or a congressman and see if they can help you to push it a little bit for you. But give me a call if you don't get anything within the next 2 weeks. 510-742-5887. Okay? Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Good luck to you. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in air.
Hello, sir. Thank you for taking my call. I have a question on my H1B extension. I applied for H1B. I'm staying in the US in the last 2.5 years, and I'm working on a H1B visa. And I applied for my extension in mid of 2017, and I got an RFE 2 months after applying for extension about employee-employee relationship. So my attorney responded to that, providing documents about our employee-employee relationship. And I got another RFE in the next 2 months, and this time it was about skill sets. So again, we responded to the RFE, providing a detailed description of the skill sets and what are my role, duties, and responsibilities. And it got denied like a week ago, and 4 days ago we came to know that it got denied. And the reason provided was whatever roles and responsibilities we provided do not qualify for a specialty occupation.
Yeah, so, that's kind of becoming blanket denial now. They're just stamping it, and unfortunately what they are doing here, they are putting people in a situation where either they refile or they have to file an appeal. The best solution, if you have a chance, is to refile, because there's no real appeal. It's called a motion to reconsider. Motion to reconsider will take months, and I would recommend refiling its case properly. And if you need help, just give me a call at the office. Let me look at the denial, and I'll tell you. It doesn't mean I can win this. All I'm saying is it is becoming almost a pattern now, and the best way is to refile it, and let's see what happens. So basically, what I'll do what you can do is just give me a call and email me the denial. We can do a consultation on it. And the best is if your company is willing to refile it, go ahead and refile it instead of going for the motion to reconsider, because the motion to reconsider takes too long. And number two, motion to reconsider, when you file it, it doesn't really give you what we call a period of stay. But in your case, is your I-94 on the previous one already expired or still good?
Yeah, unfortunately, my I-94 and my previous H1, it expired in September 2017, which is like almost 3 months ago.
Okay. So just give me a call. Let me look at it. But the best is to file it, and file it under premium quickly, and you might have to do what we call consular processing on that. So once it's approved, you have to leave the country, come back, but you need to get it refiled quickly and do it properly this time, and don't make the same mistake, because it's not really a mistake, it's just those guys are coming up with stuff. So you have to work with it, and like I said, give me a call and we'll see if we can help you refile it. 510-742-5887. Okay? Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, my friend. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on here. And just before I take the caller, just bear with me a little bit. I know a lot of people are calling and the lines are blazing, but those answers now require a little bit more time. So please bear with us a little bit and stay on the line. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on here.
Hi, my name is the question that I have is my wife's H4 petition is pending with USCIS. And my H1 petition got approved 2 weeks back. So we have a India trip coming up next week. So I wanted to know, is it okay if she leaves the country, or what happens if she leaves the country? How can she come back?
Okay, your wife, what petition got denied for her? You have a background.
The H4 petition.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello?
The H4.
Yeah, can you turn off the radio in the back?
It is still pending with USCIS. Okay.
The H4 extension, if she leaves the country, the H4 has no value anyway. Approve or not, you have to go get the stamp and come back. If she has it, just come back on the stamp. H4 doesn't work like H1 where you have to get the 797. So no matter what she does, it's as soon as she leaves, that H4, even its approval will get cut off. So she doesn't need that approval. All she needs is to go outside. If she doesn't have a stamp, she needs a stamp, and she comes back, and at the airport they will give her an I-94. You don't need that extension of H4 or anything. So it doesn't really matter if it gets denied or approved once you leave.
Okay, so no matter what happens, I can still go back home and get a fresh visa for her, right?
Yes, because H4 doesn't work like H1, right? H1 you have to first get 797 approved and then go for the stamping. But in H4 situation, it's just like getting a visitor visa. When you go there, when you leave, I-94 terminates. When you go there, if you don't have a stamp, you get a stamp. When you come back, you get a new I-94 at the airport. So it's not even a problem there.
Okay, so just to clarify, the existing petition that is pending with USS will abandon the moment she leaves the country.
Exactly. Yeah.
Got it. All
okay.
Right, thank you so much.
Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi, Shah Peerally. Good morning. Thanks for taking my call. I have a quick question about the H4 stamping. I am on H1 and my stamp is expired, but my the status is good till 2020. So if my wife and kids travel outside of the United States to get H4 stamp, do I have to accompany them to get a stamp myself, or they can just do it even though my stamp is expired?
Good question. No, you don't have to go with them, because remember, what controls you when you're inside United States is that 797, as long as you enter it properly. But you will need to send them their 797. They will get their stamp. Unless there is some kind of problem on your H1B, you don't have to have a stamp with them. So you're fine. They can go and get their stamp on their own.
Okay. Even though my stamp is expired like a few years ago, they can go and get it themselves.
Indeed, because the stamp on the passport has no real value when you're inside the U.S. for you. So all you did is just an easy, how to put it, it's not necessary at this point. I can go into explaining, but right now I don't have the time. But
that's
fine. They can go. The stamp only allows you to enter. Once you enter, is the I-94 and the 797 that controls. So since your 797 and your I-94 is good and your job offer is good, your wife and your child will get their stamp. Okay? Okay.
All right.
Good luck to you.
So much.
Take care.
Thank you.
Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hey,
hello.
My name is Sharad. I have a question. I actually recently, my employer has recently submitted my GC process, initiated it, and my prevailing wage determination has been approved by Department of Labor recently. Currently, I work in California, but in near future, about 1 or 2 months, I'm planning to move Texas. Like how it affects my GC process.
Okay, good question. The question is that when you will get the green card, where are you going to work? If your green card was issued, for example, if your I-94 was issued for California, when the dates become current and they still give you an offer in California, you don't have to change anything. But if you're planning to move to Texas and it's going to be permanent, then the company has to refile a new labor and a new I-140 for you. But before you even do that, I recommend finishing that I-140, get the priority date, and then do the one for Texas so that you can capture that priority date. Or did you follow me, or I went too fast? Okay, so basically what happens is that, yeah, you got it, right?
No, I didn't actually. So actually they did not even file my labor yet. They still, they just approved, they just got the prevailing wage determination approved by department.
Okay. But if you're moving to Texas, then the question is that are you permanently moving to Texas or are you coming back to California down the road?
No,
permanently. Then they need to redo the prevailing wage for Texas and do the ads everything in Texas. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Good luck to you. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Hey, Shah. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome.
So I'm on H1 visa, and my I-797 is my I-140 is approved. Currently, my wife is in India, and she was here she worked for OPT, and her OPT got expired. Now she's in India, and she will be coming on H4 visa.
Yes.
So she has an interview in a couple of days. So my question was, what if the officer asks her in the interview that is your husband has filed for a green card or not? What should be the answer for this question?
Well, did you file or not? Yes, right. You cannot lie. Plus, H4 doesn't matter. H4 is not like F1. H4 is a dual intent visa. So even you have an intention of getting a green card, it doesn't affect the ability to get an H4. So tell the truth, because they already know about it. Make sure always don't lie to those guys, because they already know the answers, and it's better to deal with it. Plus, in this case, even she tells, yes, they file and you're applying to get a green card, it doesn't affect, because H4 is not like F1. H4 is a dual intent visa. That means you can have the intent of getting a green card when you are under it. So there's no INA 214B, which is the immigrant intent issue that you have under F1. So she should tell the truth. Yes, my husband has a green card file, I-140. And that's how you got your extension and everything, right?
Yeah. So I-140 is part of the green card, right?
It's not, but it's part of it, yes. It's the intent. The intent is there. That's what they're looking out for. The IN214B is the intent. For you, the intent is there. It doesn't matter the intent is on her or not, because she doesn't have the I-45, but it doesn't affect her on H4, so don't worry about it. Okay? Tell the truth.
Okay.
You're fine. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good luck to you. Let me take another call. Before I take the caller, let me kind of make a little statement here. It's always important to tell the truth when you go there. Because what happens is that sometimes people make mistakes. They think, okay, if I don't tell that, it's okay. Well, sometimes silence is important, but lying is a big problem. Because if they put 21261 on you as a fraud and misrepresentation section, you might never come back here. So in those cases, always talk to a lawyer before you go. It's good to have an idea what is possible, what is not possible. So we do a lot of those second opinion consultation for companies, big. We're talking Fortune 500 companies. Their employees call us, say, Charles, this has happened. My lawyer's telling me that. Are you sure it's right or not? We can always we will tell you the truth. If the lawyer's right, he's right. If he's wrong, he's wrong. So give us a call if you want a second opinion sometimes on a consultation, 510-742-5887. I think, Franco, we have more callers. Let me take more callers. This is Shah Peerally. You're live here.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome.
I have two questions. One is I want to apply a green card for my father-in-law and my father. And the second is, do you think consular processing is the best way to go? And regarding the documents, they may not have the marriage certificate. So I read somewhere that you can get an affidavit from the relatives. Would that be sufficient enough, or do I have to get the non-availability marriage certificate?
Okay, very good question now. We're going into family petition. Okay, number one, which is better, coming on a visitor visa then file, or filing while you're outside India?
Yes.
To answer this question, the truth is that filing outside is the proper way. That's the answer. However, if your parents are already here in the U.S., you have the ability to file an adjustment of status, which goes faster. But there's a problem. If you go and try to use a visitor visa to purposefully come and do the adjustment of status, it can be construed as fraud. That's why they have this 90 days rule now. It was 60 days rule, now it's 90 days rule. So the way it works is like if you come to United States to visit. For example, my parents come to visit me, say, hey, Vita, I want to stay here, I like this country, and I don't want to go. When they enter, they are fine. But if they already call me, hey, we're going to come here on the visitor visa, and then we'll file the green card, then it's a fraud on the intent of the visitor visa. So you need to be careful how you do it. There's no shortcut in there. It all depends on your situation. Some situation they're already here, they change their mind, fine. After 90 days they change their mind, they file, is fine. But if on purpose you go and get it, and that's where it becomes very tricky. People ask me, how will they know? Well, it's up to them. If they find out, they find out. If they don't find out, it's up to you. So that's the particular answer. As for the marriage certificate, yes, and you need two affidavits of marriage, people who were at the wedding, and then maybe some pictures and card for the marriage, whatever you have, and that's it.
Oh, okay. So we need two affidavits, and the non-availability of marriage certificate is okay if we don't produce that. Is that fine?
Yes, because if it was back in the days, depending on the state you were in India,
it is sometime in 1960s, so there is no way.
They don't have it. So an affidavit, just like an affidavit of birth, is good enough.
Okay, so from two relatives, that's close.
Yeah, two.
Who attended the wedding?
Yeah, two people who attended the wedding, exactly.
And typically, how long would the consular processing take?
It takes between 8 months to 1 year, but it is the safest route. Except the problem is that most people, when they come here to visit, then they decide if they want to stay or not. So I recommend that you make sure that if you need help and talk in details your situation, give me a call. We can talk in private. 510-742-5887. Just make sure you follow those rules I gave you, the intent, etc. Okay?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Good luck to you. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Hi, Shah. Thanks for taking my call. It's a great show.
Welcome. Thank you.
It's related to the previous caller. Like, I became a US citizen. I want to apply for my parents. I had called before. So I'm more worried about, I can do the consular processing. You said 8 months to 1 year, but I'm worried about whether they'll make a law before that stopping this.
We're all worried about this.
What do you think? Even if it happens, what do you think will be the timeline?
Well, if it happens, he will just cut it off. The thing is just like right now, every day I wake up, I want to check what they came up with, and it's like a Pandora box that they're opening. So we are getting all this weird stuff coming out of it, but I doubt they're touching the parents yet. They have not reached that level. They're taking one step at a time. If you look at it, they try their luck, right? They try on this part. If they can attack this, they attack it, and then they back off a little bit. If you look at the trend, they did that for DACA first, the supposedly illegal immigrants. Then they first did go and pick up people who are criminals, illegal immigrants, kind of what they call it, right? Undocumented, I call them, right? Then they went with their parents. Then they went with DACA. Then they start attacking the H-1Bs. It's a step-by-step process. But yes, they will try to.
Both the parties should
exactly.
Agree and right?
So I think when it comes to parents' petition, etc., these are congressional stuff that was issued. It was issued by. Those are laws that are established. Those are not executive orders. So it would be harder for them to reverse it. Especially we are going into a 2018 election coming soon, and many Republicans who are the midterm elections. They have faced some defeat lately, and they are going to be scared because many of those people are conservatives. They want to protect the parents. They might not like us, people on H-1Bs. Well, I'm not, but people who we work with on the radio, they might not like that, but they do like their parents, so they might not cut that off. So we have to wait and see. If they cut it, they will cut it not really right away. So if you file now, by the time they even cut it or try to hurt it, your parents will already.
You have enough time. Okay. So one quick question: when I've applied for consular processing, they cannot come to US at all, right? They have to be in India for the whole time.
No, they can. But the problem is that if at the airport they know something is filed for them, they have a right to return them. And once they return them, if they put them on what we call a summary proceeding, that means for 5 years they won't be able to come back. So it's risky to come now if you are on that. But yes, you can. There's no law that prevents you from coming. But at the airport, they can block you. That's the problem. Okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Good luck to you. So let me take another caller, Franco, and I'll before I go, I wanted to congratulate Shalini and Sharif and Memuna in the office who 3 big cases won in 2 days, yesterday and today. I'm very, very proud of that. We worked together on those. One was an EB1, another one an L1A, and now we got a very difficult H1B. We took it from another lawyer, and we were able to win the case because they had 2 RFEs on that, and we won it. And congratulations to the team, and excellent job. That's what I always say, the team is what makes Shah Peerally Law Group. It's not me, I know my stuff, but I need that team. That team is the backbone of this office, and I'm really proud of them. Thank you so much, all of them, whether it is in San Francisco, Jimmy, Sammy, and it is in Washington, Sharif, they all pitch in together and make things happen even during the holidays. So thank you so much for the team, and let's see how things go on in the next year. This year should be a tough one, but we will continue the fight. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Hello, sir. Hello. I'm on S4 visa, and my I-94 and visa expired in September. I have filed the petition, but it's pending. And I have an India trip upcoming on the coming Monday. So my question to you is, can I leave US and re-enter?
Okay, what did you file right now? Extension of H4 or H1?
H4.
Yeah, you can leave. Do you have a stamp on your passport?
No, my visa expired in September.
Okay, this is what you're going to do. You leave, you go and get a stamp of H4, just ignore this one. As soon as you leave, this one is going to die anyway. Just go and get a stamp and come back at the airport. They will give you your I-94. So you don't have to worry about this one. It will be gone anyway as soon as you leave, but you don't have to worry about it because H4, like I said earlier, doesn't work like H1. You don't need an approval here in order to get it there. So you just have to go and get your stamp, and then at the airport they will give you, when you come back, your I-94. Okay?
Okay, but it expired in September, so if I leave in Jan, the 3 months of out-of status will be over. So will it create any problem when I go for the stamping in India?
What do you mean out of status? You file an extension, right? It was pending, right?
Yes.
So you don't have what? Did you file it on time?
Yes, I did file it in time.
Then you don't have unlawful presence. When you file something on time and it's pending, it's called a period of stay authorized by the Attorney General usually. So it's called a period of stay. So what happens is that it allows you to stay legally without accruing unlawful presence. So when you fill your DS-160, if they ask you have you accrued unlawful presence, the answer is no. Okay?
Okay.
So you didn't have any of that. So if you need help on those, just give me a call. 510-742-5887. Just to let people know, our website is attorneyonair.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel because I'm really busy. I'm not writing any articles. I'm just putting updates on YouTube, so you will get more stuff there. Okay, so good luck to you. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air. Hello. Okay.
Hi.
So now hi, how are you? You're welcome. Good morning.
I don't know whether I tuned in lately. I'm not sure. Somebody asked this question.
Go ahead.
Lately we are hearing about terminating the H1 extension based on once the 6 years is done. So is that true, or is it a law already?
Terminating what? I'm so sorry. Today my connection is not that great. So, terminating what? The H4 or the?
Currently, after the 6 years is done, if our I-140 is approved, the H1 extension happens, right?
Yeah, that's what I was talking earlier. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier in the show, and I have a video also that I posted, and I highly recommend people to look at this video. It's short, but it's really helpful. A lot of people are telling me it was very helpful in the analysis. The answer is yes. They are trying to do that. Okay. And there is a chance they will be able to do it based on the existing law itself. They don't even have to change the law. But there are ways to fight this, and a lot of people are getting ready to fight this. So our hope is that they won't be able to do it. But we have to be ready. They will try. So the problem is that who's going to fight, who's not going to fight. And many people just want to give up and go back to India and wait for their green card to be processed. So this is the issue that we're going to be facing this year. This year is going to be the year of the reckoning for H1B. A lot of people are going to really see things that they never seen before. So this is where also it's important to have a lawyer who knows what they are doing. Even us right now, with all the knowledge, it's still confusing sometimes. So imagine someone who's new to business, and there are many lawyers coming on the front right now, thinking immigration is just a matter of pushing paper. But now it's no longer pushing paper; it's legal analysis and factual analysis. So, to answer your question, yes, it might come, but we are not sure. So we'll have to wait and see. In the next 2-3 months, we will know what's happening. Okay.
Okay.
So good luck to you.
For example, we can start 6 months before process means if I'm due for September, my thing is expiring in September. So it's better to
file your extension as soon as possible, I recommend. And you can file an extension 180 days before it expires. So that's one thing I'm telling everybody. 2 things. Number 1, H4 EAD, if you're eligible to extension, file the extension, because what we are thinking is that those who have it, they won't take it away, they will just take new ones. Number 2, for extension possibilities for H1Bs, either you do a transfer or an extension, do it ASAP, if you are 6 years and beyond. So make sure that people follow this, okay? And if you need help for any of those, even an RFE, give us a call, 510-742-5887, okay? Okay?
Yeah, thanks, Shah. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally, you're live on air.
Hi, Shah. Just a quick question. I just tuned in and was hearing about that H1 extension after 6 years. So, one follow-up is, do you know if they're going to do this across the board for everybody that is past 6 years, or some people will get, with good history, working in reputed companies, will continue to get their extensions, especially the ones with who have masters in the U.S. and stuff like that, or?
This is the thing. There are 2 things here that we're talking about. Number 1, there's one where there's a pending bill that will try to cut it off completely for everybody, okay? That's number 1. Now there's number 2, which I don't know if it will pass, but there's a chance it will pass if they put enough pressure on it. But the chances of it passing is very low, because I've not really seen anything really coming from Congress recently. So that's one. There's now another one. The other one is what I was discussing yesterday on my video, the existing language, which is already on the AC-21, where it's used the word may grant and the word shall grant, right? So they are trying to use that word may grant and push it everywhere, stating that the statutes say may grant, which give them discretionary power. If it is discretionary power, then it will be like you're saying. Those who they want to give, they will give. Those they don't want to give, they won't give. So now the issue is which one. And the third one can be also they pass an executive order, basically kind of be specific that, okay, if you don't meet certain criteria, you won't get an extension. All those possibilities, they are looking at it. The question is, how fast are they going to develop this, is what is scaring everybody. And the problem is that we're not really getting information from direct sources. I'm getting information from indirect sources. And when you get it from indirect sources, there's always a lot of hearsay. What I did yesterday when I put this video, I wanted to make sure that people are aware of what are the possibilities. Not to tell people, hey, it's stopping. No, it's not, because a lot of people have been seeing those articles appearing on major newspapers saying, hey, may grant, no grant. So I wanted to analyze it from a legal perspective, and that's what I did in this video. But I also am going to do another. Yeah, so let's see what happens next. And at the same time, I got this other lawyer who's a very nice person who sent me some very good case law, which I'm going to analyze soon, on how to fight this if it happens. So let's see how things works in the future. We are getting ready. We are amassing our ammunition to fight this. So let's see how things work.
Great.
Okay,
great. We need you. And another quick question: the H4 EAD, is that an executive order to cancel that, or?
Okay.
At one point of time, you mentioned that if they cancel it, it has to go through the whole lot of process that it went through to initially get it approved, right?
Yes, exactly, and that's what they're doing exactly.
Is that the same, or now are they going to just do an executive order?
No, they cannot cancel it like DACA. DACA was passed, for example, DACA was passed directly executive order. This one is an executive order, but it's not the regular executive order. It's an executive order passed to another executive order, which is the OMB, the regulatory board. So what they did what we did to get it, because for those who have followed me before, we worked a lot to make this happen. What we did to get it, we passed through the executive board, right? So for them to reverse it, they have to go to the same. But unfortunately, they started already the process, and I posted that too. They already started it. The only difference is that before we had to fight an uphill battle. to get it make it happen. So it took us longer time to make it happen. But for them, they're going in a sliding slope, so they will go faster even they put it there. So my expectations, these are my predictions, and I might be wrong. Let's call it forecast. Number one, I think those who have it until, let's say, 2019, 2020, they probably will be able to keep it. They won't be able to renew it. So that's my hope. But if in case in the middle they get cut off, they have to refile it, they won't get it. Now, the second thing I'm thinking will happen, it will happen probably around June, by the time everything, June or October 1st on the new fiscal year. So that's my forecast, but I might be completely wrong. But so far, I've been following this pretty closely. So let's see what happens.
So the H1
go ahead.
Sorry. So the H1 extensions, what do you see is the timeline for beyond 6 years? When will they stop renewing? What do you see as the timeline?
The H1 is going to be a fight, man. We're talking about almost 1 million people affected by this. Can you imagine all those people? If this happens, I think the house market in the Bay Area will crumble like crazy. Because all those people own one or two houses, and that's going to crumble the entire economy in the Silicon Valley, and nobody's going to let this happen. So there will be fight. And one of the options I proposed was filing a lawsuit directly on federal court, because people don't know that oftentimes. When it comes to H-1B denial, you don't have to fight always with the USCIS. You can bring the case into federal court and fight it. I used to do a lot of federal court cases when I started practicing in 2007, 2008 at that time, and that was the Bush administration. And I always won there because the judge don't really like the way immigration tackle with things. The problem is that right now I'm not finding a lot of those, but if it is necessary, we might have to start doing those. But the truth is that will be the only way to kind of fight them down the road. And at the same time, like this guy will say, sue them. That's all we have to do. But now we have to see also there might be a class action. I might have to talk to some good lawyers like Kurzban and things like that if there will be a class action, if they come back on this. But until then, I think it's we should not panic. We should start kind of like I'm doing right now, working with other people. Start finding our arguments to fight them, and they are very good arguments to fight them. So let's see how those bills are going to work out, and we cannot just shut down the entire system. It's not good for us, not good for anybody. So let's see how those things unfold. But as for the H4, it will be hard to fight it. But the I-140, yes, we should fight it. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, okay. I-140 is a bigger impact. And
it's
been
exactly.
a long time, right?
Yeah. No, both of them will have an impact, but it's difficult to file the H4 because this was passed through a backdoor kind of. But the I-140 is in the AC-21 section, which is it was passed by Republicans, AC-21 American 21st Century Act in the year 2000. It has been established. We have used it. I've used it myself since I became a lawyer almost 15 years ago. So it's not like new. So they cannot just take this away because they feel like it. That doesn't make sense. Let's see, but we have to have people ready to fight, though. We cannot just have people sitting down and just letting it go, okay? Good luck to you. I'm sorry I'm talking a lot about this because this is affecting a lot of people, and it's very important we explain, right?
Yeah, no, that's good. Thank you. Thank you very much, and we all need to fight this one, and good luck for the fight, and we count on you. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind words. So, ladies and gentlemen, I won't take more callers now. We had a very good discussion today about what's happening next, and we are going to expect a lot of wars before it gets better. But before I move on, I just wanted to discuss a little bit about debt settlement. If you need help with debt settlement is basically getting rid of debt. A lot of people are getting tired and fed up. They just want to move back to India or something for a while, take a break, be with their family, and then come back. And in the meantime, they have some debts, or they have a second mortgage or something they want to get rid of. We can help you. You can call us at 510-742-5887. The blog to check is yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. We can help you with credit cards. We can help you with second mortgages, even lawsuits that are judgment against you. We can negotiate those. What we do in debt settlement is we just